but alias, knock them the update. Since oil theft is this bad, and there is high level of unemployment in the country, please, can the government take everybody to stand by the pipelines and ensure nobody steals our oil anymore? Is our commonwealth being stolen every day by people in government? This is an extract from Peter Obi's interview on oil theft. This is our discussion today. My name is ADS. Before we proceed, I beg, you need to see this video. Oh yeah, watch.
I'll show you some things now. I did on board a unanimous vessel. I no go like to mention name. This ship wey dey see so na VLCC. As you can see, I'm a very large cargo carrier. Look am. You see the size of the ship. You see the size. This ship wey dey see fit carry 1 million barrels minimum. At least give and take minimum 1 million barrels of crude oil. Now there is something called the AIS. We have all these things. Now they take track vessel. All these things. Every navy of every country in the world get these things. All these things. The moment a vessel enter your territorial water, this thing goes see am. The moment any vessel, even from like 1,000 miles from your port, they go don see am, say they come. All these things they take and they track vessel. You see all those green things here. Now vessels them wey they come the place where I did, they still dey far, but this thing don't catch them. Say them they come. Now all these things na things wey they track vessel. This particular one now, this one is called GPS, Global Positioning System. Then the other one I first show now, this one are the AIS, Automatic Identification System. Now there is, you see all these things there is another one where they call Long Range Identification Tracker, LRIT. Now there is no way ship of this magnitude, ship of this size go enter Nigeria, load crude oil, sail out without being noticed, and they tell us that nobody know when he come, nobody know when he go. You understand me? Already the moment any ship just dey approach your territorial water, the navy from the control room go don see am. You understand? But to say navy no know when ship come go, nobody know when ship come go, custom no know when ship come go. Abba. Make them tell those things to the dust now. How can you be talking to people as if say we be as if say we dey daft, as if say we be fool? So when Peter will be saying our government they steal oil, nobody. The man dey very right. So this small thing I just show you now. This thing I just show you. Look at the size of this ship.
That is what a vessel looks like. According to the reporter, that vessel alone can carry 1 million barrels of oil on its own. That means since our daily production is 1.6 million barrels per day, that vessel can carry almost 63% of our daily production. And these are the kind of ships that steal our oil on daily basis. There exists technology to track every ship on a country's territorial water. Territorial waters, that's how they say it. How does a ship of this size escape our territorial waters unnoticed? How does a ship of this magnitude bypass the navy and the immigration officers who are meant to man our waters and our borders? All of this can only happen if there is a compromise in the system. Here the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, explain it better. Watch.
I have said it everywhere. Oil in Nigeria is being stolen by people in government. Nobody can steal oil. It's not a sweet. You can't go into grocery shop and steal something and put it in your pocket and go wait on your back. You can't steal oil like that. For you to steal oil, a ship has to come into your territorial waters, load the oil. And no ship can go into a nation's territorial waters without the approval of its navy. And you load it. For you to leave, you have to have approval. And everybody knows where every ship is on the surface of the earth. It's something that's recorded. So, if somebody is able to take away oil, there's a high level connivance between external and internal people who have organized for the oil to leave. And you can even trace the oil to where it is offloaded. So it's not something, it's not an easy thing to steal. Yeah. It can only be done officially. I always tell people about what happened to us in July and August. We are operating a high level of budgetary deficit in between January 1st of this year and about 30th of April. First 4 months, our revenue was in the region of about 1.6 trillion. Our expenditure is about 4.7 trillion. So we had a deficit of almost 3.1 trillion in terms of naira. But in 2 months, I said it might not be, all the money might not be coming to us. We had shared with our partners. We lost almost 2.83 trillion within these 2 months. We have 200 million in population. We have about 60% youth unemployment, which about 20 million youths don't know where the next meal will come from. Is it no pipeline? We go and stand everybody on the line there and make sure that nobody takes 1 barrel of it. I'm prepared to go and stand on the line, all of us, because this is the only resources we have. Since we know this thing is missing, not all of us go and man the pipeline. This is not pipeline. If we stand there, who will take it?
Exactly. How can we lose 2.8 trillion naira in a space of 2 months over oil theft when there is unemployment ravaging the land? I don't understand this. Tom Polo got the contract worth 48 billion naira annually to man our pipelines. Just like Peter Obi said, Tom Polo is not enough in this case. Let us all stand on the pipelines every day and get paid. Then let's see how our crude oil will be stolen by unknown thieves. This one is no longer unknown government. This one is unknown thieves. Like Peter Obi said again, those in government know the thieves. No cap. You cannot tell me otherwise. Finally, let me end with this gist. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICAN, had its conference recently, and presidential candidates were invited to sell their ideas to Nigerians using their platform. Again, the candidate of the All Progressive Congress, sorry for that, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, did not honor the invitation. No. Neither did he send a representative. This is what the presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, AAC, Omoyele Sowore, had to say in this situation. Watch.
Those of you who made a bet today that one candidate will not show up, congratulations, you won. And the candidate that did not show up, please listen to this, is supposed to be an accounting guru from Chicago State University, but he refused to show up at the most important accounting event in Nigeria today. Don't forget that I said I will not talk about other candidates. But the country Nigeria and the future of Nigeria cannot also continue to live or expect unsustainable candidates in 2023.
Sowore never waste time to get back at his presidential rival, so if need be. Una dey hear me so. But come to think of it, this is the third function Tinubu has been invited by notable bodies but didn't show up. First, it was the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA. Second was the peace accord signing for presidential candidates. Come. And now, I can. Haba now. Let's just hope he won't boycott the presidential debate when the time comes. Anyways, 2023 election is our year to make Nigeria great again. Be part of this greatness, so come out and vote. Let us all vote en masse. I will see you again. Oh yeah, wait. You don't collect updates, you won't run away, Abi. Biko, subscribe. Enjoy. Biko, da Allah, subscribe.